Hearts. And Mike Mizrachi is going to find out if his 10s are still any good here.
$6,000 bet for the grinder.
Wow.
And the Unabomber with his monster hand is just going to call. He's going to draw Sammy in with his pair of threes.
But me, I got nothing.
7 of diamonds.
I check.
Grinder realizes that his 10s are probably in trouble.
Time. I need a minute here.
Phil Lock's girlfriend, Jennifer Tilly, a good poker player in her own right, is
I'm gonna have to
breathing down his neck quite a bit today.
26,500.
No, it's unfortunate that God has called upon me to go to the restroom. I mean, it was up to me, I would never want to miss a round or a hand.
Right in the middle of this hand, after Phil Lock has bet 26,500, Mike the Mouth Matusow thinks everybody's interested in the fact that he has to tinkle. Especially Jennifer Tilly. She's real interested in that when a boyfriend just bet 26,500. Very concerned about Mike's
Negotiating.
potty training.
Oh.
So you don't quite get the sheep yet.
Yeah.
And Sammy falls after much contemplation.
I don't know what he was contemplating, and I don't know what the Grinder's contemplating here.
Too much money. 32, 6,000.
When are you going to teach Mike how to dress?
I know how to. He needs a lot of work.
Dress today.
I don't think the Grinder is thinking about Mike Matusow going to the bathroom. I think he's really contemplating, trying to figure out if Phil Lock is making a play here.
Yeah.
Mike? You look great, buddy. Better than full tilt t-shirt. You look good.
You can tell it's not his.
They pay me better than this.
Hey, buddy, listen. It's not the shirt. It's the personality.
Now Mike Matusow's going into
There
his
you go. I
wardrobe.
agree. The only thing we're lacking, me and you, is the IQ, buddy.
Oh, here he goes.
What do I do?
Here he goes, the Unabomber, doing what he's known for most, tying up the sweatshirt so you can't pick up any tills.
You do have that time. Here again. Are you? No. You want a lot of money. Tournaments.
Mike the Grinder Mizrachi has been the most successful tournament player of the past year.
Listen, camera right here. Don't do it again.
You know what? I could have gone to the bathroom and come back by now. I might as well get it out of the way.
Let's get this conversation back to Mike Matusow. We stayed away from him too long here. Grinder can't pick up anything from Phil Lock. Makes the right decision.
Okay to come out.
It's okay to come out?
So Lock wins the pot, and Jennifer Tilly can rest easy for now.
Nice bet.
Maybe they go off to that cabin in Montana.
Not a good idea. We're at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas, where millions of dollars are in play in high-stakes poker.
Might take 2 hours. Give us some action. We'd love to see your money in action. Yeah, there you go.
Grinder was lucky he didn't open that letter from the Unabomber in the last hand.
As Sfondiari calls, $600 with the pocket kings, and Elias in big trouble with pocket nines, raises to 3,500.
Probably winning the most.
Grinder has nothing to grind with this hand. And now when it gets back to Antonio here with his kings,
I've got no cards at all.
I expect he's going to put in a raise. He could fool us and slow play his kings. We've seen him do stuff like that before. But he's going to raise.
Raises 16.5.
Daniel Lai, he says, uh-oh. What did I get myself into? This is a similar situation to the hand where Mike Matusow had a pair of 10s. He raised, and Sammy went all in with the aces. But Daniel Elahi is a different player. Daniel Elahi knows something's going on.
Yep.
You're not doing that with there.
He knows if he calls, the best he can be is even money. Meanwhile, both of these guys together weigh about as much as you, AJ.
Yeah, thanks, Cam.
What'd you get? What'd you get? Something good?
Daniel Alahi lays down his 9.
2 8?
Yep.
And would you bet he made, what did he raise? 10,000 more?
He didn't check.
Daniel Negreanu wants an accounting of exactly what happened in the hand.
How much did you raise?
11.5.
And he bet like,
16.5. Yeah, I went 3,500, 16,000.
One more button off Antonio's shirt, and we could have a Janet Jackson episode.
Well, I came with 100,000 plus some more in case things didn't go too well.
Both Antonio and I play pretty aggressive. We actually started playing in the same place back in Lucky Chances a couple years ago. We were both playing the same game. At the time, it was the only no-limit game around, and so we played a lot of poker together.
I'm calling no matter what before the
All eyes on the grinder stack of cash. Over $100,000 there. Much of it Freddie Chaminara's.
And he's got 9-7 of hearts. He's going to call. See, Antonio is going to show a little bit of his mysticism here. He's not going to raise with an ace-king. It's going to give Daniel Alahi the opportunity to call for just 300. And Sammy's going to let it go. So Antonio Esfandiari chooses to slow play his ace-king.
5 deuce 8 on the flop.
check.
Daniel Alahi with a pair of 8s has the best
You guys
hand.
are checking.
And Mizraki has an inside straight draw, would make the nuts with a 6.
Nope, 3 of spades on the turn.
Now beside a pair of 8s, Daniel Alahi has an open-end straight draw, and he's going to bet.
4,500 from Alahi.
And Sammy's got the same straight draw, but he would make a better hand if a 6 came to make a 7 high straight.
$15 more.
Raise. Sammy raises to 19,500.
And it's a great raise. It should work here. I don't think Daniel Alahi can call with a pair of 8s and a lousy kicker. Sammy could have ace-4 very easily. It's the kind of hand Sammy plays all the time. Or Sammy could have a set. Daniel Alahi could be drawing for a tie here. And I don't think that's something he wants to do. Sammy has picked a great time to put in that raise.
Sammy only has $30,000 left.
Well, Daniel's trying to get some kind of read on Sammy, but now it's pretty obvious what he's doing. I think he's made up his mind already to go out. This is just showmanship.
There it is.
30,000 more?
Probably less. About 30 more.
I might be wrong.
Yeah.
I am wrong. He's really going to put Sammy to the test.
$100,000.
Wow. What a read. No way Sammy could call. It's going to cost him $30,000 to win the $60,000 or so that's out there right now. And Sammy could be drawing for a tie. Both players have played this hand very well, but Daniel Alahi has the advantage. He has more chips.
Let's see last card.
Sammy goes out.
So Alahi takes down an ice pot.
Oh, I said that.
And neither player would have made it straight. As Daniel Alahi's mom watches.
Not quite. That's his lovely girlfriend, Carmel.
Carmel must be very happy to see your boyfriend win a big pot.
Well, the high-stakes action continues here at the Palms Casino Resort. As Sammy Farha tries to dig himself out of a big hole.
how much?
Sammy's got his work cut out for him.
I love it because every time you do that, Sammy raises you and you fold. I'm hoping it happens again.
Full lock is raised to 1200 with ace-3 offsuit. Daniel Lahey has 5-3 offsuit and the button.
And he raises to 5400.
He doesn't give Sammy a chance to do it. Looks like Sammy's going to call here with a Jack-7 of hearts.
I always want to get the fills.
If you wouldn't give them the pre-speech about how nice it is to beat me.
Pretty satisfying. They know what it is.
I have to be beat, right? It's pretty trivial. All right.
And Phil Lock throws the ace-3 away.
Trying to reload, that's why I probably go in on it.
Trying to reload. The scoreboard call.
Just gonna reload, so I can play better.
Anytime you like.
I'll play
And
better when I
Farha
reload.
flops top pair.
Farha has a pair of jacks. Daniel Lahey would make the absolute nuts if a 4 would come out. He has an inside straight draw. Sammy's checked and Daniel bets it.
That's $9,000.
I'll go all in.
And Sammy's going to go all in.
Which he wants me to go all in.
Sammy's talking, but he's also listening. He doesn't want to hear Daniel Lahey say, I call.
You plan work perfect.
And he hasn't heard it so far.
Notice that?
Whatever he does.
He didn't say call yet. So.
Right.
Plan work perfect.
Daniel Negreanu's thinking like I am.
11.1.
I can't get him out with that much. A machine can't get him out.
Now Sammy's more relaxed. He feels he has the best hand.
Don't embarrass me, let me show my hand. It's embarrassing. I called 5400 with this stupid hand. You'll see it on TV. You'll love it. You like those kind of hands.
I love you already, brother. I don't need to see the hand.
Can I have some more
God, I thought you had more money than that.
Huh?
I thought you had more money than that.
I'm glad I did not, because I wouldn't have played that hand.
Trust me, you don't see this often, but it's short stack Sammy. Very rare scene indeed. You know?
How much you got?
11 more. Unless there's any color.
It's 11,000 more
500 somewhere.
for Daniel Lahey to call. What he's thinking about is it
It's
possible
time to reload. Who cares?
that Sammy
You're never gonna reload. I will.
has 2 high diamonds? And that Daniel would win not only with a 4, but with a 3 or a
50,000
5.
over there.
If he thinks he would win with a 3, 4, or 5, it pays him a call.
I'm happy.
If he thinks he could only win with a 4, it doesn't.
Why? You laid down? Now it's embarrassing. He's saying it's embarrassing now to lay it down for 11,000. If he had more, don't look as bad.
Because Sammy's talking because he thinks that Daniel has a better hand.
Play it unless I have that much money. I think if I had 100,000, I would re-raise.
I think Sammy puts Daniel on like a pair of 8s, pair of 9s, pair in between the 6 and the jack. Daniel's saying, you have ace-10 of diamonds, Sam? Would I win this pot with a 3, 4, or 5?
I wish he said.
Wow, are you serious?
What do you have, 9,
7, 8 or
clubs?
something?
9, 10 of clubs?
7, 8 or something.
That was the right
I'm happy
decision.
with it or not. I mean, I don't want you. Just want to win it, so I don't want to reload.
So Sammy rakes in a pot worth $22,000, and that keeps him from having to reload.
How much you think?
Worse than
I
9, 10?
don't have
Well, 9, 10 is the same as anywhere. Sam.
Daniel doesn't even want to discuss what he had. It's too complicated.
King 10 he'll call. He has an overcard.
70 would call.
All I have.
I thought he had more money. I was almost there. About 10,000 more out there. I go.
I don't know what you have, but I think you have. Some.
Nobody's come close to guessing what Daniel Lahey had.
I was happy. I had the jack.
Sammy telling the truth.
Yep.
Sammy's a special kind of player. I mean, he's fearless, aggressive, relentless. He likes to take control of a lot of pots when he's in the game, so it's hard to stay in the lead with him. You just kind of got to fasten your seatbelt and hope to come out with the best of it. I mean, any pot you play with Sam, you're liable to be all in, so you can't really play scared with him.
Dun, 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 dun.
Raisy Daisy.
Crazy Daisy!
There you go. Got my voice back.
We've been waiting for that, Sammy.
Sammy's back. He raises the $3,000 on the button with a queen 8 offsuit.
He doesn't raise, he raisy daisies.
Of course, my bad.
Where is Mattisau?
Quiet.
It is very quiet without Mike Mamouth at the table.
He gave himself a headache.
A long bathroom trip.
He's winning about 50,000. That's what it is. I bet you over 50.
Grinder flops aces with a gut shot straight draw.
Both players check.
Check.
Turns a jack of clubs.
That's a sign of weakness now. We got to take advantage. Go ahead.
40. It's probably like 42.
Eight of diamond on the river.
6,000.
Are you serious?
Grinder can't check
No, I know
anymore.
you're taking advantage.
This hand felt perfect
No,
for
I
him.
know it.
Sammy couldn't possibly call on the flop of the turn.
You're taking advantage? You are? No, you're not. You have a hand.
Just fold.
I should fold, but I'm stupid. Remember? I have no IQ.
You're smart.
Make it look good, buddy. Put them next to each other. Make it look good for the gamble. What are you betting? 6,000?
Just give the deal $10. Let's go.
Well, if you tip him then, I don't think I can. Put that in a pot. I'll call if he puts it. Put $10 more in the pot. I will call you.
I kind of want to take back 10.
I think you're telling the truth. Yeah, anyway, since you've been generous, you tip the dealer.
Sammy
give
looks
you
like
some
he's
more.
talking himself into calling.
Ace is good. Just because... Oh, is that what you have, an ace? What other two cards will play with? Okay. I didn't know that. Thank you. I need some help. Please help me. That's good enough.
I'd like to double up.
Through who? Me?
Through anybody. Preferably through you. But
Grinder, if you could double up through anybody, who would you want it to be?
Actually, nobody.
You should come for me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even feel bad.
I just want to pick 10,000 from each one of you so it won't be that bad. I don't want to take the bad guy, and that's it. I'm happy.
We're back at the Palms Casino Resort in Las Vegas playing high stakes poker.
And Mike Matusow has not returned yet. Maybe he's playing heads up in the bathroom against the attendant. Maybe he went to a big mouth convention.
Great. Phil Lock with ace deuce of clubs makes it 1,600 to go.
It's getting quiet in here.
It's nice. Mike's going to be back, so realize let's take some peace and quiet until he comes back.
Daniel calls. Got three players for the flop.
Who's that?
Daniel flops two pair.
Daniel's got a pair of nines, which is way the best hand right now.
He bets 1,200.
He leaned back to bet that 1,200.
Yeah, well.
And Phil Lock suspects something here.
He makes it 3,300 to go.
He thinks Daniel was just trying to pick up that pot. And Daniel calls with his pair of nines.
And the ace puts Lock out in front.
Phil Lock got real lucky here. Daniel checked. Daniel does not like the ace, and he does not like that it was the ace of hearts. Possible flush out there. Both players checked.
Or spades.
Daniel bets 2,000. Phil immediately
Just the
calls.
nine.
Daniel thinks they might have a split
Jacks are
pot,
good.
nines and threes with an ace.
Yeah, that was a good flop for you.
Phil turns over his
Had a
aces.
heart, too. Yeah.
And Daniel says, that was a good flop for you. Like, what are you doing, buddy? Why are you calling me? I had a pair of nines. I'm supposed to win that pot.
You know?
Guy with ace deuce is not supposed to play, especially raise.
Oh, yeah.
So the Unabomber terrorizes Daniel Negreanu for yet another pot.
And Phil Lock, Jennifer Tilly, and Shirley are heading for that cabin in Montana.
What a night.
We should have, like, had a... Where's all, like, the action players at? Like,
You know, you should probably just shut up. You're good.
I'll put the straddle on it, you little...
We've been, like, ooh, we've been putting the straddle on the whole time. You're the one who wimped out of straddling.
He's got no heart. Right, Sammy?
I have no heart, then you have no idea what the definition of heart is.
Okay, guys, we'll do a straddle right
You
now.
got heart. As a person, you got no poker heart.
I have no poker heart?
No heart.
You have no, you have no
Guys,
understanding of the
guys.
definition.
Straddle.
Are you in for a round? One round?
Yeah, he's been doing it the whole time.
Grinder, you're in for one round?
Me, Danny, and...
Grinder, just say yes or no. I haven't looked.
Yeah, I'll always say yes.
Okay,
He's in.
Mike, one round?
Yes, for one round.
Okay, straddle.
Sir, you
I just
forgot to
don't-
ask me. I just want to let you know.
That's fine. Though. I said, by the way, if one person doesn't want to do it, I'm still good because I didn't do it
You
one
don't count.
time.
You're never in a hand.
No,
Saying, you know.
I just want you to know.
No, I don't believe this.
I can't remember the last time you played.
Nothing at all.
That's how long it's been. Seriously, I don't remember the last time you played.
He's squeezing right now.
The bet's on you. Are you guys like all just like not here? All
You guys getting paid for the hour. That's
By the way, I'm totally
every time it's somebody's turn, they're like off in another land. And not just Mikey.
Okay, I raise, and I'm going to raise a lot. I don't know what the number is yet. I have to have the 12s pulled in. I'm going to raise 26,400.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah, definitely the right number. Definitely the right number.
We got a similar hand than you want.
A lot of talking going on. For a while, I thought I was watching The View. It's lucky for Mike Matusow he didn't get
If I'm
cute
gonna
with his
get
ace-jack
trapped by
and just
anyone
call
with the fat
Sammy.
stack, sir, I hope it's you.
Phil Locke raised to 26,400. Everybody went out.
I have 130. You have like 140. So you have me covered.
I don't think we have to talk much at all doing this game, AJ.
They're doing the work for us.
A little jiggly schmiggly happened while you were gone.
Wow, schmiggly niggly.
You think if I put 200,000 more, I'll be getting more action? Maybe I need to put 10,000
Yeah,
in
nobody
my
wants.
pocket.
You have no money on
Maybe
the
I'll put
table.
more in the pocket. It's better. I'll get more action, right?
They want you to put money on the
serious.
table. If you put 200 on the table, you'll get a lot of action.
Yeah.
They'll be afraid of you. You'll be able to run them over.
5,000.
I was 10,000. They couldn't.
There's so many nits at this table.
Five
huh?
total.
Phil Locke just called the straddle 600 more with ace-queen, and the nit, Antonio Esfandiari, raised 5,000 more
You have an effect on
with
a game
five
where
deuce
the
suited.
game can be good. You single-handedly make it less good. with
Oh,
your
I
mouth.
disagree. I single-handedly make it good.
No, you don't. You make
Phil
it
Locke
work.
raises
Talk
to
about how
$60,000.
Makes people play.
You're not supposed to raise $60,000 in the middle of a group
You got to
therapy
take the
session.
course, bro. You got to take the course.
One thing I don't want to take is your poker course.
You're right.
Because you are
You'd rather just stay broke the
overrated
rest of
idiot.
your life. You'd rather just stay broke the rest of your life and play with
You
somebody
are an
else's money.
overrated idiot.
Punk ass.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah,
That's
what?
right.
Tell him, Shiki. This kid doesn't know nothing. What? What?
What do you do? Make it 40 to go every time?
No, I just made it 60. I can't even think of like the fantasy perfect vacation because wherever that is or whatever you're doing, if somebody said, how could you upgrade this? I would say seat 5, high stakes poker. I love that game. I love No Limit and I love the high stakes. It's heaven. And then Mike the Mouth. Well, I mean,
It's hard to recognize Phil Locke without his hood on.
Exactly. You know, Mike Matusow is actually up in this game right now.
35 o'clock.
His decibel level, or you talk about cash?
Cash.
2,000.
Negrano makes it 2,000 to go with pocket eights.
Uh-oh, and the grinder's got a terrible hand to be against pocket eights, pocket sevens.
And he calls.
He's going to have to get real lucky here. Just the grinder and Daniel Negreanu going to the flop here.
2 3s and a 6.
Terrible flop for the grinder.
Negrano bets $4,000.
Grinder could put in a little raise here just to find out where he's at, but he doesn't, just calls.
Turns a deuce.
Daniel Negreanu still feels comfortable with his eights.
Negrano bets $10,000, and Negrano just calls.
Grinder really has no idea where he's at in this hand right now.
River's a king. Negrano shows no hesitation, bets $15,000.
Well, it's not a big bet there. It's kind of a scared defensive bet because now Daniel Negreanu doesn't know where he's at in this hand. Now, there's 3 different plays for the grinder to make here. He can go out, which wouldn't be a bad play. He could call, which isn't a great play because it is a kind of defensive bet. See, Daniel Negreanu, in my opinion, there's only a few hands he could beat. He could beat 5, 6 suited. He could beat a pair of 4s. He could beat a pair of 5s, or he could beat a pair of 7s, or maybe a 6 suited. So he put out a defensive bet, a kind of scared $15,000 bet. Now, the best thing that Grinder can do here is raise.
I call.
He's just going to call.
Calls.
You can't blame him. He's got a pair of 7s. Daniel Negreanu stayed in his comfort level.
Wow, I figured that's the one hand I was hoping you could have.
All I had to do was put in 1,600 more, and I would have won like 100,000.
Yeah, you just would have busted us both.
Yes, if Mattisau played his 4-5 offsuit, he would have won a chunk of money.
I thought he had tens or jacks, as much as I know.
Finally.
From the Palms Casino, this is High Stakes Poker. Well, the players have been talking smack, and there's no sign of it letting up.
And it still feels like we're watching The View here. A lot of talking going on. That last hand was the first chink we've seen in the Grinder's armor. He's been playing perfectly up until that point.
Yep.
It hurt, though. It hurt to have to give up.
And Negreanu back in action. He just calls with an ace-jack of hearts.
Turns out to be a great play because the Grinder has ace-queen.
And the Grinder bumped it up to 2,600. Negreanu quickly called. The flop is no help to Daniel, and he quickly checks.
It's got one heart out there. It's going to need a jack or two more hearts.
Grinder bets 3,100.
And Daniel's going to call with his ace-jack.
Ace of clubs on the turn.
Oh, boy, this is bad for Daniel Negreanu.
Grinder bets $7,000 now with a pair of aces.
And this is the card Daniel Negreanu wanted. He's got a choice here. He can raise, hope that the Grinder has like a pair of nines, a pair of tens, but he's just going to call. He's going to be cautious because the Grinder could have a bigger ace. And he's right. The Grinder does have a bigger ace.
That 5 does nothing for Daniel.
Check.
12,000.
Grinder bets 12,000. Daniel's just going to call immediately.
That's it. So the Grinder takes down a pot worth over 50,000.
There's not one thing I can do.
And Daniel lost the minimum on this hand once the ace came. He didn't have to call on the flop. But once that ace came on the turn, that's what he just said. I just said that, Daniel, that you lost the minimum.
No, I know you didn't. That's why I was playing it like that.
Daniel, you can't play in the game and announce it at the same time.
A little cooler there.
Was a little cooler, but you played it cautiously, Daniel, and it worked out that time.
And on the flip side, Miss Rocky was the benefactor with the bigger ace.
In tournaments, you know, you have to accumulate a lot of chips, and it's a sudden death. You know, you have one life. You know, you make one mistake, you're out. You have no chance of winning. You know, and you lose your money. In cash games, you know, you could just, you know, pick spots. You don't have to win all the chips. And if you do lose, you make a mistake, you can always reload, and you can win your money back.
And those two lovely young ladies make it pleasant for the players who are waiting to get in the game, like the irrepressible Sean Shiki Shakan. And there's Mike Mattisau's girlfriend, Shirley. E.T. Shirley.
And Phil Locke gets involved, raises to 2,100 with pocket 5s. And Negreanu raises to 5,000 with king 10.
But Daniel Negreanu didn't raise before with ace-jack suited. Here he's got the button, and king 10 offsuit is good enough to raise.
Sorry, spot.
That's the last one.
You too.
I might just be joking, so don't think about what I'm going to call. That was telling the truth.
And Grinder's going to get in this hand also, Jack 10 of spades.
Anybody over there want to call?
And Fred Chaminara's got ace queen of spades.
Oh,
He's in.
Well, I think
And Phil Locke's going to call the raise too. We got 4 players here.
Nice four-way action. Out comes 2-4-7, all clubs.
And Phil Locke still has the lead, plus he's the only player that has a club. Only problem is he doesn't know it. And everybody checks.
Checks around. And the turn pairs the board.
Now, if one of these players were to take a shot here, probably be able to take this pot. And here's the guy that's going to do it.
Negreanu bets 20,000 with just king high.
Now, we know Mizrachi and Chaminara are going out.
Cost me $4,700 this time.
What's Phil Locke going to do when it gets to him? Great bet by Daniel Negreanu.
Yeah.
He definitely would call my hand. You know he's calling.
And Phil Locke should know that Daniel is capable of making a play like this.
If I fold, you show me what you have? Or no comment? No comment. All right.
I mean, let's make a deal. I mean, what the hell kind of game is this, man?
He learned not to talk
You
with
show
that hand.
me, I show you. You blow
with
me,
Antonio
you
on
blow
that last
me,
one.
blah blah blah. 20,000, buddy.
I know. I'm not proud of my hand.
Sorry to hear that. He didn't have anything.
I had 20,000 out there.
That's right.
You think I had nothing?
10 high.
You think I flopped nothing, right?
Sure.
You think I have absolutely nothing? Okay.
He's right. Mattisau is zeroed in on Daniel Negreanu's game.
Yep. We're in Las Vegas at the Palms Casino Resort playing high-stakes poker.
You got it right.
You're a bad player. Bad players never
You,
have
you got it right. I had absolutely nothing. You're funny. I just fired 20 for fun.
You did.
That's what I do.
That's what you like.
That's what I do. Just 20 in there? Let's just throw 20 out there.
Yeah, fun. It was obvious everybody had nothing. No, I would have closed my eyes and put 20 out there if I was the last on the button there.
I fold FOLD.
I can never have anything.
Well, you're a bad player, too. If you're a good player, you
I
have
just re-raised in the 5,000 with nothing, too, right?
Oh, you re-raised.
Yeah, I just re-raised in 5,000
Oh,
with
you
two
had
random
nothing,
napkins.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, ace high.
Huh? You're a funny kid. 2,000 to you. Or not yet.
I might call in the dark.
It's a good play.
Yeah, I might call in the dark. I'll look later.
You can check in the dark. I'll bet for you.
All right, I'll check.
5,000.
I love you guys.
5,000 for you, sir.
This great exchange.